Let's come back to France now. And there was some explosive testimony Tuesday from the children of the former French surgeon accused of sexually abusing up to 300 patients, most of them children. His son saying the case has been a living nightmare for the family, comparing his father to Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. France 24's Liza Kamenov's covering that trial for us from Brittany. She joins us now live from there. Liza, yesterday we heard from the surgeon's two sons. Tell us a bit more about what came out of that testimony.
Indeed. So yesterday's trial was entirely devoted to the personality of Joel Le Scouarnec. First, we heard from what they call a personality expert. This is someone who described the defendant as highly intelligent and calculating his every move. We then had the testimonies of 2 out of his 3 sons. They both came dressed all in black and answered slowly and calmly. The first one, as you said, had claimed that his father was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He knew a personality of his father's, but this other hidden personality he had never discovered. He was also unable to answer precisely at what moment he found out that his father had been convicted of paedophilic acts. Now, the youngest son, who said that he had cut ties with Joel Le Scouarnec back in 2017 after finding out about his conviction, this youngest son did stress the importance of separating the man that is being trialed today from the father that he said gave them everything they had ever needed throughout their childhood. In fact, both sons did say they had had a very happy childhood with their dad, and they found it very difficult to imagine that this is their father that they were standing next to in court today. And at one point, the eldest son was left in shock when one of the lawyers representing some 37 victims announced to him that among her clients were the siblings of his childhood friends. And this is separate to the child patients that Le Scouarnec has been accused of having sexually assaulted and raped over the course of 30 years. So the son was left in shock and unable to speak. So there were several emotional moments throughout the trial yesterday, also notably when the first son spoke, and Le Scouarnec, who was sitting to their left in a grey jumper, was seen shedding tears. He was clearly indifferent to the testimonies, and he did have a chance to express himself at the end, and he said, "I love you very much, and I ask you, please, to forgive me." So a rollercoaster of emotions yesterday. These were the first testimonies of the accused family members. We are expecting more today, and these first testimonies are playing a crucial part in this trial, which is to last 4 months and end on the 20th of June.
So, Liza, this is the 3rd day of the trial today. Are we going to hear from the doctor's ex-wife?
Yes, so we are expecting to hear from his ex-wife and also from his brother. Again, this is particularly awaited among the civil parties. The big question on everyone's minds is, was his ex-wife aware of her husband's actions over the course of the 30 years? Was she an accomplice, or did she turn a blind eye to it? Some of the civil parties who wished to speak to the media expressed that they had big expectations of this trial today and had a lot of anger towards Le Scouarnec's ex-wife, and really hoped that she would have something to say to the victims. Now, the third son, who was unable to testify yesterday due to time constraints, is expected to come back on Monday next week. And just a reminder that Joel Le Scouarnec is already serving a 15-year prison sentence, and should he be convicted of these crimes on the 299 patients, he could face a maximum prison sentence of 20 years under French law.